What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Like,
Okay, moving on.
well, the makeup bottle.
A little.
It's like a cracked out T-bird, some grease.
Yeah, I can
You
see
know,
that.
she's got that black hair. Hey, welcome back to Chick Chat here on The Mesh. Thanks for joining us. We're going to hop right in because it is a big time in our lives. Jeanette, how you doing?
Frazzled.
A little frazzled. Well, you know, I am coming off of prom weekend. Mine was last weekend. Yours is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Congratulations, daughter's first prom.
It is.
I'm wrapping up our last prom. So I'm on the back end of it, feeling good. Got some rest. I'm happy go lucky. I'm posting pictures. You know, I'm in that glorious phase.
Yeah.
You, however, are not. How's it going? How are you doing?
I mean, we'll get there. She will make it to prom with everything she needs. But, you know, teenagers, it's the day before prom and it's like, I was going to wear these shoes. I'm not sure I want to wear these shoes. And oh, by the way, I need to get my nails done. But I also have 3 soccer games and practice this week. So I'm like, when are we doing all this? I've got to get my hair done. There's an event at school tomorrow for my son, like a couple hours in the morning, which is fine. But, you know, it's like the day of prom. So I'm like,
It still throws off your day.
it throws off my day.
Prom is like needed a day of, like, for girls especially, you know. So my daughter was going with a group of friends, and it was great, you know. And it's you know, the girls were going to get ready at our house, and they did, and that was wonderful and stuff. You know, I'm hearing about, like, what are the boys doing of the guys that you're all going with and stuff. They're the group of them. One of them was working until like 4:30. One of them had baseball until, you know, 2 in the afternoon and all this stuff. And I mean, prom headquarters at our house was starting at like 11 a.m. And I mean, granted, I don't know why they needed to be at our house at 11 a.m., but
Did you do brunch? Apparently brunch is a big thing.
no, not
Oh.
here, not apparently.
no.
There was
Not
no,
only
it
is
was
it brunch, but you have to have the pajamas that match your dress.
stop it.
No, because that's when they make the bouquets.
Yes, so they did. The girls did make the bouquets. They
Okay.
went to Trader Joe's and got flowers and shop, you know, did that stuff, and then made bouquets, and which I am 100% against in the first place. You know, save the bouquet for your wedding. I don't get it. Like Charlotte had
Well,
your
I
daughter
thought
had
that was instead of
corsage
the
too.
corsage, but apparently no, you get both.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. She got a corsage too, and I was like, wait, what? You just made a bouquet. Why is this poor boy having to buy you a corsage too? I don't get it.
oh my
But
gosh. And I just realized we did not get a boutonniere.
well, she best be making it. That's
Chalk
what some
that
of
up
these
to something else I have to do today.
see. Well, that's what some of these girls did, is that they realized, like, oops, what about the boutonniere? And I was like, let's YouTube best way to make a boutonniere. And so they made it out of the excess flowers from the bouquet making craft party.
Yeah. See, I didn't
Yeah.
have to do this much during my prom. I just,
No,
so
that's the thing.
I'm
This
like,
is
oh
all
crap, I need a
uncharted
boutonniere.
waters.
Now that you said that about the corsage, I'm like, I did not even think about getting this boy a boutonniere,
Yeah,
but I
well,
should probably do that.
yeah. I mean, add that to your list, whatever.
I actually should write it down because I would forget. I'm just going to go to the grocery store and be like, what you got? You got a rose? Just make me one.
Give me a yesterday's rose.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just, oh, heaven forbid. And you know, there's like the big thing. You got to have a picture nowadays of the girl's hand putting like right beside where the corsage is on her arm. And then their hand is right next to his chest in the boutonniere. It's all the thing. Like, apparently that's a thing. So they have to have a corsage and a boutonniere for these stupid pictures. Like, I don't get it. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. So, you mentioned like the I think I wanted to wear these shoes, but I don't. Well, we patted ourselves on the back apparently too early because we thought that we were ahead of the game by getting our prom dress all situated, like almost 2 months ago. Just kind of stumbled upon this dress that was just, we were out, we tried on some different things. She liked several of them and kind of came down to this last one that she tried it on and she was like, yes, this is it. And I was like, walk around, do this, do that, whatever. And everything was like, it's fine. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We get it. And then the week before prom, she wants to put her dress on and walk around because she just wants to see it on. She loves it so much. Puts it on and tells me, I don't know. I'm not real positive that I can breathe comfortably.
Oh.
Breathe comfortably? You can't breathe in it
For 2 hours and you're going to be fine.
and we paid for this?
We bought it. Like, breathing is kind of important.
I was like, and you're telling me you don't know if you can breathe in it? Oh my gosh. I about lost my stuff. Like, I was like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I can breathe. I mean, I can breathe. I mean, I'll just pack my inhaler. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? What?
I mean,
what is going on? And I was like, you have to sit down at dinner and like, y'all are going to a nice dinner with this big group. Sit down. She was like, oh, no, I can't sit down.
I'll be standing.
I was like, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me? And she's like, that other dress that I was deciding between this one and that one, like, I just can't stop thinking about it. And I was like, well, you best start thinking about whether or not they take returns.
Right. So she had it altered at all?
Oh, no. That dress,
okay.
not
the
type to be altered in. Okay. Nope, not the type to be altered in. And I said, well, you're going to have to, she's like, well, do you think that we could return it, exchange it, whatever, all that stuff. I was like, I don't know. And guess what? I'm not going to be the one to try to find out. You need to call and find out and do this. Oh, Mom, can I text somebody? No, you cannot text the department store that you got this at.
Do you know someone personally at the department store?
I was like, just call the place. I mean, heaven forbid a child has to speak on the phone to somebody. So luckily they did because the tags had not been taken off yet and yada, yada, whatever. Ends up getting the dress that she can breathe in and can sit down in and can dance in. So that was, like why those were not things that she wanted to mention prior to, I have no idea. But it all went well. Prom was fantastic. She had a blast.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was great. Senior prom, all good. Checked it off the list. But, may the force be with you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be stressing about this boutonniere, but hopefully, worst case, we'll find a rose, get some baby's breath, and put it together myself, and find a big old safety pin or straight pin to put it.
Yep, there you go. We're just buying one of those little glue-on magnets on the back.
Oh, that's an idea.
Girl, that's what you do. Magnets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to make a trip to Michael's, but
Hey, who doesn't love a trip to Michael's, though? Right. At least that's a good excuse. Yeah, so what else is going on? You got prom now. You got into school, getting ready to wrap up. I'm taking it. If you're in prom season. And yeah. So we've got, next is like, there's sort of like a list that we're just kind of going down. She's in an organization at school where she's in competitions and she made it to nationals. So she's actually in Orlando right now.
Oh, on the other side of the world for you.
Do what?
She's on the other side of the country from you.
Oh, 100. Yep. They took a red eye last night.
Oh.
So that was interesting. And, but she's there safe and sound and having a good time, and she'll be there for almost a week. So, we're dealing with
a long time.
Yeah, we're dealing with open house invitations for graduation, and then graduation announcements, having to get all of those ordered, making sure those things are handed out properly and mailed out, and then getting everything ready for graduation, because after she got through Orlando, that was the next step, is graduation. And that is June 9th. So.
Okay. And have college decisions been made?
She has made her college decision after many a visit all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
She has made her decision, and she will be going to Oregon State University.
Okay. So staying close to home. Okay.
Really close. Yeah. It's about 2 hours away, which is great. That's a good thing. She got some good scholarships there, they have some stuff that she likes. The campus is fantastic. She just fell in love with it. It was the first place we saw. And then, of course, we did all these other trips, and she's going back to the very first place.
Just like the dress.
Sort of like prom dresses. Yep. So she is super pumped. We're very excited. It's all
good.
Coming together. But of course, now you're dealing with all the school stuff, we're wrapping up high school, but we're already having to do things for college. She's in the middle of this housing stuff. Like, housing's an ordeal.
Fun anymore. Like,
I
felt like it was so easy during our days.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember any of this. I remember being like, oh, I got accepted. Here I go. And
here's my roommate. Yeah. Here's the dorm I'm living in. Here's my roommate. Apparently there's like date match services that.
Oh my gosh. It's like a dating app. It's 100%
That's what I
like
hear.
a dating app. She had to submit. I mean, it was a big deal. She was monitoring these pages. They're on Instagram. So there are these pages across every school. Out there does it, apparently. And all the schools that she had in her top lists were ones that she would go and monitor their pages. And basically, these kids submit a batch of photos and then a little quick bio about themselves. I love long walks on the beach and, black and white movies or whatever. And they put it in this little bio and post it to Instagram on this page, and found out after the fact, like, you have to be accepted into it. Like, they have to verify that you're a legit person, I guess. But yeah, so she's monitoring all these, and then she makes her decision, and then she's like, okay, so now can I post on one of these pages? And I was like, well, I guess so. I mean, if that's the thing, right? And we go to the admitted students day at OSU, and it was, they even talked about it there during the admissions meeting, talking about, here's how it works. You can submit to these things and kids can work it out themselves, like a dating app. Or they can then take the next step. If they don't find somebody they're comfortable with, they can put that same bio and pictures into the actual OSU portal, housing portal. And later on, they'll do like a match game where, I guess, AI type stuff matches you up with whoever says a lot of the same stuff that you do. And they give you a profile of 20 people, and then you can connect with those 20 people and see if somebody's your soulmate. But
I mean, I remember having to pick which campus, if I wanted to live on East Green, West Green, which side of campus I wanted to live on, my top 3 dorms. Actually, I didn't even think I had to pick which side. I think I just decided I wanted to live on a certain side of the thing. I think I just picked my top 3 dorms, a couple things about myself that I had to check off, and then I submitted that with the application. And then they just came back and told me which dorm I was going to live in, which room I was going to live in, and who my roommate was going to be.
Yeah,
and here's their contact information so you can contact them.
Yep, total potluck, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going into this thinking it's like. based on what my experience was and every other normal human being that I know. But yet, no, it's this big ordeal online. So as soon as she posted this thing and she got accepted, it took like 5 days for them to post her information up. She starts getting messages, instant messages or DMs, from people. People
They
sliding
swipe
in
right.
the DMs.
Is it
Yes.
swipe right or swipe left, whatever it is?
And it's people like, oh, well, wow, I liked your bio. Sounds a lot like this. What makes you like this? And what do you want to do with this? And I mean, they asked questions. I mean, it wasn't like, yo, baby, what's up? Like, let's room together.
Right.
It was just, they were asking a lot of questions, but she was getting lots of them. And I was like, Charlotte, what are you going to do? Like, how do you
choose? Yeah.
how do you do this? She's like, well, I'm just seeing like who kind of ghosts out after a little bit and who just sticks around and we start chatting or whatnot. And lo and behold, this girl has found a roommate already. And they are like besties. They send videos to each other each day. They are doing room tours. They're sharing a Pinterest board, all this stuff. She had narrowed it down from all these people that had started, chatting with her and they found somebody and now they're kind of agreeing to be roommates and they're waiting to find out if one of their choices, whichever choice they both put down the same top 3, but then they're finding out they can't submit their roommate yet. When they do submit their roommate, then they'll find out which dorm they go into and whether or not they have to get suite mates. If you have to get suite mates, they're like now deciding, do we let the school decide for us or do we go back to match.com?
Oh my gosh. This is too stressful.
It's so much. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked to one of my friends who had a daughter who, was in the dorms and having to go to another dorm after her freshman year. And I remember talking to them late last year, and they had already started selecting which dorms they were going to be in for next year and who they were going to room with. I'm like, well, didn't they just start school like 3 months ago? She's like, yeah, but the lottery, like everyone has to get in because there's a lottery on which dorms and
of course, after you're there for a year, you start to know which ones are good, right?
Yeah.
Like then people really start figuring it out.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just kind of guessing based off of online, virtual rooms that they show on their website.
The best rooms that they have. Like, and you get there and you're like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, this looks nothing like this. But it's it's just a lot, and I heard my husband say the other day to somebody on the phone, well, no, he told me after the fact, but I heard him talking on the phone to somebody. And then afterwards he was telling me that so-and-so, one of his buddies wasn't going to go on such and such golf trip because it's his daughter's next year will be his daughter's senior year. And he's like, and so he says like, he knows there's going to be a lot going on. So he's not going to know his schedule fully. So he's not going to take the time to go on this golf trip. And then my husband goes, I mean, I told him, dude, it's just any other year. Like, I mean, it's just 12th grade. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Where have you been for the last 9 months? Because this is not how this goes. Like, I'm in here trying to create a stinking announcement, but it's got to be different than the grad party announcement. They have to have different pictures because heaven forbid your daughter has 2 pictures the same on different things. And then and then there's paperwork to fill out for the college. There's things happening at the school. You got to order the signs, the cap and gowns, the different, it's crazy. It's a lot. And then there's prom dresses.
Congratulations on all of that.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness she is excited and anxious because she's willing to help with everything. She wants to do it. She wants to be a part of it. She wants to do these things. And so that's good. I don't know how some of these parents that like have boys, I've seen a lot of my friends have boys and they're seniors and the boys are just like, meh, I don't know, like whatever. And I'm thinking, how in the world are you getting anything done? Because thankfully my kid is like, let's do it. We're going to do this. We're going to knock this out. Then let's do this so I can go here, so I can do that and be done.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot. It's exciting, but it's a lot.
A lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even at senior year yet, but
You about to be?
I am very
Just
quickly.
giving you a little crash course here. It is a lot.
I mean, I'm not there yet, but my daughter is in sports and other things, and I've done at least 2 senior night things where the juniors have to be responsible for it. We have another one tonight, and I'm like, okay, so this is going to be a lot next year. At least maybe next year, the juniors are going to be doing it for you, so I don't have to worry as much. But still, like, we're still doing the college thing right now to try to figure out where she's going to end up. And I'm like, this is a lot. Like,
I know.
I'm traveling every other weekend. It's like we have to travel next weekend. So I'm like, okay, let's hit the road again. I'm like putting trucker miles on my car.
Yes.
Getting frequent flyer miles. I'm like, come on.
I know. And and I'll tell you, like, when we were doing over summer, so obviously my kids sports as well. And so like right now she's in the middle of golf season. We did so much stuff during summer and right at the end of summer, especially, of college visits and touring and trying to narrow it down on things. And then also start to where applications go in. Because as soon as school starts, like, applications start happening, and so, I mean, that's in the fall for you. And we tried to do all this stuff because she didn't want to be stuck with it during basketball season. And thank goodness she didn't, because, I mean, she did so much prep work ahead of time that when it came time to basketball, there was no way she was coming home from basketball or a basketball game, and then she had practice and tournaments on the weekends and stuff, that there would have been zero time to write essays for graduate or for applications and other stuff. So those things, like, I recommend definitely getting a jump on before school starts, because it's hard to find the time to designate between schoolwork, sports, daily life, and then trying to do the college app stuff. And then they want you to have all that stuff in before winter break. So, I mean, right after Christmas, people start finding out where they're going to college or where they're getting in, and then it's off to the races. I mean,
Yeah.
but you enjoy prom night. You enjoy prom, okay? That's going to be awesome.
I can't enjoy prom until I get a boutonniere, and and then I'm like, where are we taking pictures, Ava? She's like, I'm like, okay, you're getting dressed at your friend's house. Am I supposed to come over there? Where are you going? And it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'm like, can I get an idea? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to ask your friend's mom tonight when I see her. Like, A, did you know my daughter's coming over your house to get dressed?
Yeah.
B, like, because the plans have changed about 5 times. Yep. And then B, like, what are your plans for pictures? Are you hiring somebody to do them? Because I'm happy to just sit and wait for my pictures to come.
I will be glad for them to be delivered to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
because my daughter's going to complain about the way I hold the camera anyway. Nobody does portrait, Mom.
Oh my gosh! Don't do portrait, Mom. Don't do portrait. Make it 0.5. I'd like it grainy.
Like, I don't know what that means. Stop.
I have on a beautiful dress and my date's in a tux. I'd like us to look dark and gloomy.
Yeah, I know. I put it on 0.5. Like, are you sure that's what you want?
I know.
Like, yes. And hold it up high. I'm like,
yes.
Like, how high? I can't see it. Like, what am I doing?
I have to tell you, it was so funny. So so the group of kids, it's a good group. They're all kind of friends. They all had dates. Some of them are actually dating the person. Some people are just, friends. Okay. Some people were single, whatever going, but it was a good group of them. And so this year, all the parents chipped in and got a limo for the kids to be taken from dinner to the prom venue. And then from the venue to the limo would then take them after prom to whichever place they were going. Most of them went home to change clothes and like get comfy before they did anything. So anyway, we we have this. They were going to the girls getting ready at our house. The guys came and picked them up. The guys walk in the house and I was just like, oh, it's exciting. Here they are. The girls aren't coming down the steps yet, but they will be soon. So the guys are just standing there. And then my doorbell starts ringing. And here's everybody's family starts trickling in behind. And I was like, oh, hello. Please come in. Like, wow, here we are. And then they're like, sorry, we wanted to come see and take pictures and stuff. Because then they were going to eat dinner at a country club.
Okay.
They were going to dinner there. So we all carpooled them, all the kids, because they were going to be in the limo. They didn't need their cars. So we all leave. And then the parents were all kind of getting together. Not all of them, but some of us were getting together to eat dinner and have some drinks after the kids got on their way.
Yeah.
So we're all at the country club. They take beautiful pictures out by the golf course. Everything's great. The kids go in to get dinner. We tell them goodbye. Then we go to the bar and have a drink, and we're all standing there, and moms are already pulling out their phones and saying, who's got this picture and who's got this picture? Like, send me this and send me that,
Oh, I'm that mom. I didn't get a picture. Can you just send me what
you just send it to me? Yeah. And so then we're all kind of looking at each other's, and somebody was like, oh, nope, I can't send this one because it was in portrait mode, but that one's for me. And then another mom's like, oh my gosh, I was told not to do portrait mode. And I was like, oh goodness, I've been told years ago, don't do portrait mode ever, and whatnot. I said, but I do it anyway. And every time I always show Charlotte the picture, I'm like, look how pretty this picture is. She's like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I was like, I know it's portrait mode. And then immediately she hates it. So I love my portrait mode. I don't care what anybody says. I take the pictures, and if she doesn't like it, then she can just get the stupid digital grainy ones with the date in the corner that's wrong from all of her other friends. I don't really care.
I will take a picture of her. Maybe I said, I would like to see you in your.
Yeah.
It's great that you're getting dressed at a friend's house, but I would like to see you
right
in your prom dress. Like, that would be nice if you would allow me that one thing to actually see you dressed up.
Just saying, it would be nice, but whatever. It's funny. Okay, so also had a funny bit. So our prom this year, where is your prom?
It's downtown at some wedding venue. Yeah. Okay. They've built like all these venues downtown, and they've converted old buildings into things. So apparently it's at one of those.
Well, this year, and ours last year, junior prom was at a place sort of like that, like an event venue. And they all really liked it. But Charlotte was like, it was kind of small. We were all kind of, they came home sweating and stuff, and I'm just like, well, it's because y'all do that stupid dancing, jumping around, dancing and stuff. Like, nobody dances for real at a prom anymore. But this year, it was at a hotel ballroom. Okay. When I say prom in a hotel ballroom, I know. When I say prom in a hotel ballroom, what goes in your mind? What TV show do you think of?
What TV show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe it's just me, but
Is it Saved by the Bell?
I immediately think of 90210.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they're in a ballroom, right?
Yes. So the one that has the stairs, or any 90s teen movie where you're like walking down the stairs.
Yes.
I've never been in a hotel ballroom like that, but apparently they exist all around California.
All around TV sets everywhere. That's what they do. Yes. My prom was at the Moose Lodge, so I don't know what, I have no bearing on what a hotel ballroom prom looks like. But
well, we had one prom on campus because I grew up in a college town, in the cafeteria of one of the cafeterias that was used for event space, like by the university. Okay. And then that was my junior prom. Then my senior prom was at a hotel, quote unquote, ballroom. But it was not luxurious. It was not grand. It was just like a big old
conference. Space. It was their conference.
Yeah. So half the people were out in the lobby and half were in the room because you couldn't fit everybody in there.
Right. So, our kids have never been to a function in a hotel ballroom before. And so Charlotte's telling me about this, and she's like, okay, so mom, there's a group of kids that have already started saying around school that they are getting a hotel room for pre-prom so that they can go up there and quote pregame prior to the prom. And she was like, I just think that's really dumb because like they have to walk through the hotel then and like come in and like the admin had already said like admin of the school will be standing at the entrance to the prom room. There's only one way in and out of this ballroom. And so they're going to be standing there and all that stuff. She was like, they're going to be having to walk past hotel people and admin to get in there. And I was like, hey, Charlotte, you remember this. Donna Martin graduates. Yeah. And Charlotte was like, who's Donna Martin? That's right. So Charlotte's like, who's Donna Martin? And I went into full blown reacting. Okay. I recreated the entire episode.
Oh my gosh.
It was 2 episodes. I recreated the entire thing for Charlotte. I mean, I put on a dramatic performance. It was glorious. I went through the process of her just having one little like sip of champagne, but yet David's dad provided it. And she didn't eat all day because she wanted to fit in her dress. And then I went on about how she then gets loopy and falls down the steps a little bit. And they see her and they were like, Donna, are you drunk? And she's like, what? David? What are they talking about, David? And then I go on to the part where they're watching the time tick on the day that they're going to walk out of school because they've told Donna that she cannot graduate.
There was always a good clock watch scene.
There was the clock watch ticking up, ticking, ticking, ticking. And the close up on Brandon's face as he's watching the clock. And then it hits 1:00 and he slams his book shut and stands up and they get in the hallways and somebody says, I can't believe we're doing this. This is crazy. And somebody goes, Donna Martin graduates. And they like dramatically walk through. And then they're prancing, and protesting all the way down to the courtroom at the school board building, which clearly was maybe just right down the street or something. Because it's right there. They walked the whole way there chanting Donna Martin graduates. It was Charlotte was in tears laughing at the fact that this was a show. But now she started watching 90210. So I feel like I have successfully.
You've done well.
Thank you. I win.
Well, we'll find out later whether she's Team Brenda or Team Kelly because now it's too soon to know right now.
It is too soon to know.
And then later whether we're Team Brandon or Team Dylan. There's so many choices to make.
And how disappointed she's going to be in David. I just it's going to be a rocky journey, but I feel like this summer is going to be important for her blazing through all of 90210.
Just before she goes to college. This is exactly what she needs. Because let's not forget 90210, the college years.
I told her they went to college.
They did go to college all together.
Nobody
went anywhere else.
Crazy.
Nobody went to another college across town. No one went out of state. Everyone was like, you know what? We're together forever. And we're still going to meet them at the Peach Pit.
We're all going to California University.
We're going to add Peach Pitch After Dark.
Oh, until Valerie comes along and screws everything up.
That's right. Then we got to introduce the bad girl cousin or friend or whatever she ends up being.
Damn it, Valerie, the crossover from
all because Brenda had to leave because you bullied her out of the show, but whatever, stole it away from her.
Yeah, so okay, big times ahead for our girls.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have to give my daughter the Donna Martin graduate speech tonight.
Absolutely.
If we're heading out
Explain what
tomorrow.
happened. Explain what
I
her
will.
friends are going to have to do if she screws up.
That's right. And we might be a year away from it, but it's never too late to plan a protest if need be. But we
If
don't want you to get to that point.
That's right. That's right. Because Donna Martin's mom came out and yelled at all of them and said, "You're screwing this up for all of us." But they said, "You know what? Donna Martin graduates."
Whether you want her to or not.
That's right. She was the bitch of the show anyway. Nobody liked you. Oh, okay. So, I mean, there's our show, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. No, I'm kidding.
And that's the lives of teenage girls. But you know what? It's so funny that we're talking about this because it wasn't too long ago when I saw a picture of our two girls together at a Crawdads baseball game. And I
Yep.
think they were about 5, maybe.
Yep.
And I
I
was
know
like,
that picture.
they are graduating. Oh my God.
I know. And like doing good things.
Yeah.
Like
It's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah. It's good, but it's a lot. I'm just really tired.
Oh, I'm going to crash on Sunday. I'm like, nobody talk to me. I don't care if you all wake up early, get your own breakfast. Like, whatever you can reach, you can have to the little one or wake up somebody else.
Yes. I am off duty. I hear you. Well, let me ask, since we're all on girl mode, let me ask your opinion on something. So what's your thoughts on all this hullabaloo going on around the all-female Blue Origin flight that took place up into space for 11 minutes?
I think it's hilarious how they're referring to themselves as astronauts and how they're getting so upset at people calling it a ride. It was a ride.
The Ferris wheel at the fair takes a lot longer.
Right. Yes. I mean, I get what they were trying to do, but I felt like they were, and when I say they, I haven't heard much from Lauren Sanchez. I mean, that was her boyfriend's shuttle or whatever, and she was going to be on there regardless. But
Yes.
Katy Perry and Gayle King are doing a lot. And it's almost to the point where you would have been better off just taking the ride, coming out and being like, woohoo, that was fun. And then everybody would have forgot about it like an hour later. But you made it this, I'm going to kiss the ground. I'm going to carry a Jay-Z. I'm going to talk about how life-changing it was and how now those 11 minutes have changed my entire life. It's, I can't believe I'm an astronaut. You're not an astronaut.
Right. Like, I'm the same way. I'm agreeing with you. Like, I get what they were doing. And hey, cool. You're on the ride with a bunch of girls. Like, that's cool. Like, let it be
the actual astronauts, pilots that were on there that allowed you to get up there. Like,
right.
Let's talk about them more.
Yes. I get it. You're taking a ride with your besties. Great. Like, I love going to the fair with a group of girls. That's fun. But yes, astronaut to me involves training.
Yes.
And practice, and was something that when I was growing up, at least, tons of little boys and girls said they wanted to be astronauts when they grew up because that was a big goal. It was a big thing.
Space camp was huge.
I want to be president. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a doctor. That was those type of things. Like, those things take work and time and training. And so do I call them astronauts? No. Do I think it's fun to go on a ride that you paid a bunch of money for? And hey, you know what? You got a really cool view and got to do some gravity shit for a little bit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, I can do that at Disney World, but whatever.
Safely in our little orbit here.
Right. There's a place a couple miles down the interstate here that lets you do that gravity stuff where they hold you in a squirrel suit and let you jump up and down and fly up to the ceiling, but that's, so, I mean, I'm sure that would be fun with a bunch of girls. The kiss in the ground thing, that's my biggest, like, bleh, don't do that.
I mean, don't do that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see this. Okay, so the people who were stuck on the space station for months and only supposed to be there for like 30 days or whatever, you can kiss the ground when you come back down because you were like, I'm spending the rest of my life in space.
Right. You can do
Gotta
snow
remind her that.
angels in the dirt when you get there.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
that's
You do
fine.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because you were probably like, you know what? I mean, I'm just going to have to get used to being up here forever because I'm
With
never
this
coming
guy
home.
that I, only basically went to school with.
Right.
That's
So,
it.
I mean, so when you finally are like, oh, I am going home and I have landed, yeah, you do whatever you want.
Right. Yeah, I get you. I got it. But no, I'm so Katy Perry, first of all, maybe unpopular opinion, but I'm not a Katy Perry fan. I feel like she's one of those people that just puts on costumes and performs as opposed to showcases talent. But you do
Oh,
you, like
no,
whatever.
I'm with you. And I got even more turned off with American Idol. I'm like,
Right.
it's like oversaturated with Katy Perry for a while. It's too
Yeah.
much.
After the Super Bowl where she did the whole shark dancing around thing and all that stuff, I mean, it just everything kind of went downhill from there. So it's fine, whatever. Now, I do believe that it's probably a really crazy thing to get shot up into space.
Oh, for sure.
11 minutes or not, like it's probably a very overwhelming thing because nobody can truly prepare you for something, like that because you just have to live it to be able to experience it, right?
Yeah.
So I get them saying sometimes, to the level of, wow, that was like life changing because I experienced something that pretty much the only
Most people won't get to
1%,
do. Yeah.
right, 1% gets to do, right?
Yeah.
So I get that. That's why, yes, it was an amazing experience. But let's just cool it on the astronaut talk and the full glam they had done beforehand. Like I get you want to look good up in there, but let's not make a show of it. So yeah, I was just curious what somebody else thought if I was like a woman hater or not.
No. I mean, I think it's just funny because I get what they're trying to say, but you open yourself up to so much like teasing and memes because people are like, oh, walked into the hospital today, came out a doctor.
Yes,
I had to pay a fine at court today. Makes me a lawyer now.
I'm a lawyer. I'm now the district judge. Here I come, Supreme Court. Yeah, and there were other ladies on there other than Gail and Lauren and Katie. There was a legit rocket scientist on there. And then there was also an advocate for women who have been, I think she was sexually assaulted maybe or something, and she's now an advocate out there and social justice type stuff. I'm not hearing their names anywhere, but I also didn't see them kiss the ground and look like a fool. So maybe they should have, and then they would have been talked about more. But, there were other people on the flight. It's just, the whole, oh, wow, now I know, like, looking back at planet Earth, like this and that. And I'm like, you're good. Let's just say you took a great ride and you had a pretty cool experience that not a lot of people get to do, and we can all be a little jealous of you. That's
Yeah.
that. That's
Got
that.
some great pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got some
Do
cool
you have this
pictures.
picture? Just don't take it in portrait mode. But
Yeah,
if you did, I don't want to see it.
I mean, because no kid's gonna look up to you for that.
No, your kid's gonna be like, nope.
Mhm.
I would believe it if it wasn't in portrait mode.
People are
That'd be
like,
pretty cool.
kids are like, I did want to do that, but portrait mode makes it look really lame.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to other holy crap news. This one just took me by surprise. Did you see who Billy Ray Cyrus is dating now? Oh my gosh. Elizabeth Hurley?
I mean, I looked at that and I had to go back and make sure I read the name right and like the pictures were connected. And I actually read the article to make sure it wasn't like one of those like gotcha. Headlines. And then like in the text of the article there was like something completely different. No, this is legit like romance.
Yes. Like
And I'm trying to figure out how these two
people.
people met. Like,
It's Elizabeth Hurley.
right.
Like 90s elegant, not even like she wasn't, I don't even know how to describe her. Like she wasn't like a sex symbol. She was like the classiest.
Yeah. She was with Hugh Grant for a while, which is how we got to know her.
We know her with Hugh Grant. Then she was like all over perfume ads. Like
Yeah, modeled for a while.
Yes. She did some movies. But she's always the classy British formal.
She's one of those celebrities where it's like she's a celebrity and you would consider her a celebrity, but you could go years without hearing about her. And then when you pop up again, you're like, oh, look at Elizabeth Hurley. Like, I forgot all about her.
So they met while filming Christmas in Paradise in 2022.
Okay.
And right after that is when Billy Ray Cyrus separated from his wife, Tish. They were like, yeah, we did a few scenes together in that movie and we just had instant chemistry. Really?
With Billy Bob?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray, I mean, yeah.
Might as well be Billy Bob. Oh my gosh. I mean, Billy Ray says, the oddest part was at first how much we laughed. And second, I figured we were so different, but in some very strange way, we had more in common than we had different. Look, now Billy Ray Cyrus is a poet. Look at him. Now he's just all glorious and he's going to start talking with an accent.
I was just thinking like the two accents on the two of them having a conversation is enough to just keep me like enthralled in their conversation, like the back and forth.
Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton make 100% sense to me compared to this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at least they met at work. Like, I mean, they did too, I guess. But no, that one I get. Yeah.
But they're both a little like kooky.
They are both kooky.
But
I didn't see it at first, and I'm like,
same.
how does Gwen Stefani and the way she kind of performs and stuff, I don't see it, but hey, if you love it.
but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I can get behind this.
I'm going to have to see it. I'm going to have to see how if they show up to events together, it's going to have to grow on me. Because, yeah, I was the same. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, wait, what? Like Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus. Okay.
Billy Ray says in another quote about their relationship, it's like when I was talking with Johnny Cash. He said, when I was taking a bit of a pounding from the critics, Johnny Cash told me, hey, just remember that all things are good come from Almighty God above and that stuff happens. And in your case, the good outweighs the bad. Let him have it. I'm in your corner. And a bit of what Johnny had written to me, that was what he had written to me at my lowest point. And that just reminds me of our relationship. Billy Ray, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Yeah.
We're gonna have to see it play out. And can I just say that I don't know if he has a type, but she doesn't seem to be like what he has dated in the past. So maybe this is different and good for him. Because you're right, like the whole class. Not that Billy Ray can't be classy and elegant, but you see her as kind of like this, this very classy, very well put together, very posh type person, and then you've got Billy Ray Cyrus. Like,
he describes her as a great human being. While going in depth about their bond, he says, if all there ever is a friendship, I would take that. She's so impressively brilliant. She reminds me of Dolly Parton.
Don't be comparing nobody to Dolly now.
Elizabeth Hurley is not Dolly Parton.
Dolly is in a league of her own. Do not compare anybody to Dolly.
Don't.
She's an icon.
This woman was in Austin Powers. Stop comparing her to Dolly Parton.
Right.
Jeez. I don't get it. Whatever. I don't buy it. It's not going to last. And if it does, I'm going to need him to brush his hair or cut it one or something because they have the same hair right now.
They do.
Whatever. His hair's actually longer than hers. I'm looking at it. Whatever. I mean, Elizabeth Hurley could be Miley Cyrus's stepmama soon. That's bizarre.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I got one more thing that I wanted to discuss with you, and it's another holy crap. Okay, this is a doozy. Have you heard about the upcoming sperm race? Okay. So there's a lot to unpack here, but let me just break it down for you, okay? And I did a lot of research to make sure this was not a joke.
Your computer's going to get flagged or get some
And now
type
my
of
algorithm
virus on
is
it.
screwed. I am in deep trouble. But this is a startup company by teenagers. I think he's like 17 or something. And it's a startup company of teenage entrepreneurs that have raised $1.5 million to stage an event at the Hollywood Palladium today. Like today is April 25th that we're recording this.
Yeah.
It's happening tonight. Okay.
Okay.
We are mere hours away from this big event.
I'm afraid to ask what's happening at this event.
So let me give you a background real quick on this company. It's like 4 guys and they look like a boy band. Eric Zhu, the company's 17-year-old co-founder, said that the inaugural event would pit samples taken from 2 young university students, and they would put them against each other, their samples, on a racetrack, which is 8 inches long and modeled after the female reproductive system. And they have a race to see whose sperm gets to the egg quicker.
Why?
He says the goal was to have fun while raising awareness about male fertility.
Who thought this was fun?
These
Do
4
people
guys.
buy tickets to this, or is this an open to the public event? Do people buy tickets?
Okay. I have to tell you, they
And
have
how
a
do you watch
promotional.
this?
They have a
This is on the big
promotional
screen?
poster for this,
Uh-huh.
and it's 2 college students from California universities, and the poster looks like those boxing posters when there's a big fight coming up.
Yeah.
You know, Paul versus Tyson or whatever. And they're
Yeah.
like, that's what it looks like. They've got these 2 guys that are in the poster, like facing off. And it says,
Oh my gosh.
it says 2 students from rival universities, the University of Southern California and the University of California, Los Angeles. So it's from USC and UCLA.
It's rival.
Yes, right. They were found to have, quote, matching biomarkers. So they were selected to take part. So they say that sperm is surprising as a biomarker because the healthier you are, the faster your sperm moves.
Okay.
Okay. So once the samples are taken, they will be placed in a pipette and injected into a microfluid device in the center of the Paladium, the big concert venue. A live video feed will magnify 40 times to display the 0.05 millimeter spermatoza and will track the sample's progress. Sperm typically swim at 5 millimeters per minute, meaning each race will take at least 40 minutes.
For 8 inches?
Whichever to go the whole way. Yes, 8 inches, it'll take 40 minutes. Whichever crosses the finish line first, as verified by advanced imaging, will be declared the winner. The event will run over 3 races in front of a crowd of 4,000 spectators and feature play-by-play commentary, instant replays, and leaderboards.
I'm hoping this is a joke. Do we wear our school? Do you supposed to wear your school colors to root for your
I'm
home
telling
team?
you, I think. What do you think we could tailgate?
I'm right. Like, and what do I do during that 40 minutes? Do I just watch like the whole thing unfold?
So here's the thing. They show a picture of what the screen should look like when it's magnified up. It's like somebody's drawn it. It's like a dirt track race. Like, have you ever watched one of those like formula car races where they have to go like it's like the old school races where like they have the crazy track, or when you're playing like Mario
Yeah.
Kart and they have the track, the whole track is up in the corner, in the very corner, like, and you can see where the little person is following it, right? They're going to have that. And then they're also going to have the zoom in of the sperm going swimming through to get to the finish line.
Oh, wow. How did they think of this? I mean, I'm curious, but at the same time, I'm like, how many people are they anticipating coming to this thing? I think it'll going to be a bunch of dudes who are
It's
like,
going to be
dude,
4,000 people
what?
live. There's 4,000 people on site watching it.
No way.
Yeah. And then it says it's had investments from prominent members of the biohacking community. Nucleus Genomics is a DNA testing company, and they're sponsoring the whole thing. And spectators are also able... Spectators can place bets on Polymarket.
Oh my gosh. This is what happens when we just let people start. This was a science experiment. I guarantee you, well, I'm not going to guarantee, but I would not be shocked if this was someone's science experiment in high school and someone was like, dude, we could totally get a crowd to watch this. And the company was born. I could see that being like, hey, an interesting little high school science, like what would happen if, I don't know where you're getting the samples in high school. I don't want to know. And I don't like, but
yeah.
I mean, good for them. Have a great Friday night watching the sperm race. At first I thought I misheard you, but no, we are very clear that this is okay.
They're calling them spermathletes.
What does the winner get?
That's a good question. So the sponsors are also giving the competitors thousands of dollars per week to help them fine-tune their swimmers for race day glory.
Oh, so they have to train.
Yes.
Got to train these little suckers. Okay.
There's training involved.
These are elite sperm. These are elite athletic sperm.
These are pineapple juice fueled.
Yes. Okay. We're not just talking about any normal run-of-the-mill type. Nope. This is top of the top. These are
not
elite
kids they pulled out the quad. These are boys that were hand-picked.
Because and they trained them for this day. So I gotcha. So this is an event.
Yeah.
I expect to see celebrities in attendance in the front row.
It's got to be like a big fight. There's got to be like the big celebrities there, and I want to know how much money is like bet on this as well. It says, okay, so I found it in multiple places. Like it's a legit thing. So I know, I mean, all these news sources have it, but TMZ got real dirty with it. They're going to get a little sleazy with the whole thing. So their article says, we're all about getting our facts straight. So we had to ask the sticky question, will the collection go down in front of the audience at the live event? And then it says that the team that invented this, the team didn't shy away. They came through with the goods on that one, and you got to catch the clip because they also let us know whether there'd be an egg waiting at the finish line for the winner to actually inseminate. I'm like, please don't.
Don't do that. Yeah.
The guys admitted that they've had casinos and adult-themed sponsors knocking on their door, but they're staying focused because the real goal is all about shattering the taboo and raising awareness about male fertility, which has significantly dipped over the years. They're so serious about it, in fact, that during the entire interview, a scientist from their team was hard at work with test tubes in the background. So clearly the younger generation is doing it for the men of the future, one seed at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't believe it, but I kind of want to watch it.
I'm not paying to watch it. If I can run across it for free, I might just tune in.
I'm not going to do that. But maybe if it was on like one of the really bad Netflix feeds, like, where it kind of shorts out throughout the whole thing.
Look for TikTok. Someone's going to be live streaming it on Instagram or TikTok. Someone will.
Oh, 100%.
Because I will not pay. I will not be one of those people who contributes to this. Am I intrigued? Absolutely. But I also don't know if I have the attention span to wait 40 minutes for the end of this thing.
I had no idea.
I might have to tune in at like minute 30. Let me know when the race starts, and then I'll tune in around minute 30, minute 35, just to see how it ends.
I'm the team, just so you know, the people that created this, the 17-year-old Jew and founded Sperm Racing with Nick Small, who is 16, as head of the business management consulting firm Stealth, Shane Fan, a CEO of NFT pricing platform Waterfall, and Garrett Niconsinio, the former content strategist for Mr. Beast. So, see, like maybe Mr. Beast is going to be in the audience.
And he needs to invite some celebrity friends.
And stream it. Wow. Okay. Well,
wait to find out who wins.
It's happening, and it's happening tonight. And the two boys, they're nice looking guys, and we'll see.
Mom, I gotta go. Can I borrow the car to get to my sperm race?
I mean,
I'll be back late.
Please don't let this become a thing.
Right. Oh my gosh, yeah, because you're gonna see just weird high school boys just doing this like at random places. You're like, this is not for science. This is gross.
They're like, no, Mom, you're just racing.
I promise, it's for science.
It's like all those guys that play like Fortnite and Minecraft.
Oh my gosh.
Boys, why's the door closed? We're racing.
We're racing. We're doing science homework. Don't worry about it.
We're live.
This is when you start asking your sons, like, whose house are you going over? Like, are they interested in science?
Are they into science? Are they good at science? No, you cannot.
No. You can't go.
You can't go. Sorry. See, I've got two girls. I'm set. You've got one boy to look forward to.
Look, he's 6. He's got a while.
By the time
no, this is gonna be done.
by the time this hits the mainstream, you are screwed.
Like, you're not allowed to spend the night at anybody's house. You're not allowed to play at anybody's house.
You are not doing science homework. I don't care what you say.
Nope. Nope. You want to race? You go outside and run. You get some remote control cars and race those. There will be no sperm races happening around here.
But Mom,
you don't want me to be great.
I'm sorry. Okay. Hey, let's just real quick. Moose, are you still there? Is our producer Moose still here?
Hey,
have you been listening?
I'm really trying not to listen to this episode.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, well, $10 says you already looked it up, though.
But we're so glad you brought it to our attention.
I am just so happy that
me today.
this episode has devolved into this, y'all.
It's Chick Chat.
Good job.
Just saying. I mean, it is our job to put this out there.
This is going to be the next like OnlyFans thing where people are going to be like, join my OnlyFans and see me race.
Dude, I'm telling you, they got 4,000 people in the freaking Palladium.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you said
is Nick Cannon involved in this? Because his is quickly swimming.
Who?
Nick Cannon.
Oh, yeah. He better be in attendance. If he's not there, it's not legit.
Right.
He's like
a commissioner of the league.
I mean, he's
like, oh, you think your sperm's elite? You haven't watch this.
He's like Hall of Fame.
He's choosing his next intern. Is whoever the winner is. Right. What's up for grabs? An internship.
He was like, wait a minute, I could get paid for this? I could be sponsored for what I just do, like, every day.
I know. I'm sending both of you in the chat the article that you should look at that shows the poster of the two guys that are competing. They're both wearing chains and they're both shirtless, and one guy's like this. Like putting his finger over his mouth. So, enjoy. And
we'll link it in the show notes.
Right. Please do. Yeah. So, I was just curious. I mean, Moose, is this something you and your college buddies would have done, participated in if somebody came with enough money for you? These boys were getting thousands of dollars a week to prepare themselves.
Yeah, I would imagine that if that was a thing, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people exploring the option, especially with money involved.
There's 4,000 of them now.
Right.
Standing out in the audience. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, not that I'm going to watch, but I am going to try to find clips of it for sure. I'm curious. I admit it. I want to know what's going on. And I need to know who wins. So. Did you go look, Jeanette? You did. You disappeared and you went to go look. You looked at the boys.
I don't know.
Who are you pulling for?
There's got to be a tell. Like, who has the biggest muscles? Who has the more prominent, like, features? What am I looking for?
I need to see them stand on the scale prior to the race, like where they do in the little underwear, and then they stand there. And
I mean, the guy with the finger looks a little more confident. The other one kind of looks like, I mean, I thought I was good until I saw my competition. And it's like, the other one's like, yep, I've done this before.
Yep,
I'm not worried.
Okay. I've got winners. I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't even believe this. Like,
and I'm proud tonight.
Who are their mamas?
Like, right.
Are you there? Do you have a flag?
I mean, when your son is like, Mom, you're going to my brother's event, you got to support me too. Like, do I have to? Okay, I'll be there. I'll wear my shades and a big old hat, but
that's the thing. I'll be
well,
there.
I mean, here's the thing. Chances are is like you can probably I mean, you're 100% will be able to gamble on this on like, DraftKings and stuff.
It's on Poly whatever.
Palladium, is that what it is?
Poly
Is that
Market.
Oh, okay.
But it's at the Paladium,
At the Palladium.
and you're able to place bets on Poly Market.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this counts as a sport? Like, is it?
I mean, if they're
sports marketing?
training.
Because that's illegal here in
I
Washington.
consider.
But see, that's why I live 15 minutes from the border, because if you go to Oregon, you can sports bet. So do I need to plan a trip down? Maybe. Well, to see if it's considered sports. Okay, well, you know what? That's all I got for you guys. I was just curious how everybody felt about this, and sounds like I'm the only one that knew
now that
about
you've
it.
told me,
I appreciate you bringing me into the fold on this.
Today,
You're
and
welcome.
then I'm gonna have to find out who won, because I can't. This is like a cliffhanger right now.
Tell all your prom mom
What's
friends
pregame
tonight.
for pregame before prom?
Be like, listen, I need to step away and go check my feed over here and see what's going on in the sperm race. I got 40 minutes that I'm going to be a little in and out, guys. But then after that, I'm all about prom. Hey, well, good luck to her tonight. I'm sure, or tomorrow, but I'm sure
Thank
it's going to be
you. I'm going to go on the hunt for a boutonniere. So, homemade or pre-made, we'll
Yes.
figure it out. But
enjoy.
we'll get this done.
You will figure it out. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Hopefully you are not, turned off by this, but maybe just, I was going to say turned on, but that was just inappropriate at this time after this conversation. My bad. So hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you want to listen to more, go check us out on themesh.tv, www.themesh.tv. And there's all kinds of other shows over there, ones that don't talk about sperm racing or Billy Ray Cyrus in the same conversation. So thanks everybody. Take care. Catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.